Hello, we're on day 30, reading about Paul and his life and work. Where we left Paul, he was just being transferred to Caesarea to stay away from the Jewish mob. And so he goes to Caesarea. The ruler there is Felix, and then the authorities, the Jewish authorities, go down to Caesarea, which was on the coast, so that they could present their case to Felix. And then Felix listened, and he kind of understood a little bit. He was mainly looking for a bribe, and so he kept bringing Paul in, hoping for a bribe. Well, his term was over, and Paul stayed in prison. So Festus, the next guy, he had to deal with it. Festus didn't waste any time. He got things moving right along, and when he found out what was going on, by this time, Paul decided to appeal to Caesar. So Festus says, "All right, Caesar it is then." In the meantime, Agrippa comes to town. He's a king in a neighboring portion there, relative to Herod the Great that tried to kill Jesus. So he understood Judaism a whole lot more than the Roman governors. And so they said, well, let's let Agrippa see what he thinks. At least we have something to write on the charge papers when he goes to Rome. And Agrippa listened to him, and he said, if it wasn't for his appeal to Caesar, this guy could go free. There's nothing that he has done wrong. So just like Jesus, Paul gets put on trial and acquitted at every turn. But when he's on trial, Paul does get the opportunity to share not just his plan of salvation or some great theology, but his actual personal testimony of what happened to him. It's really hard to argue against a person's personal testimony. Be blessed as we read God's Word together.